Welcome to Shade and Tea and everything in between. I'm Lon.
I'm Tay.
And we back, bitches.
We say that every new video that we make. We be like, oh, we back. We be gone so long and shit.
I mean, we coming back.
Yeah, we coming back, yeah.
So it's been a lot of stuff happening in the media.
Mm-hmm.
So we felt that a video needed to happen.
Right. I don't even know where to begin. First and foremost, before we get to all that, this chick right here, she just turned 21 over the weekend.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Woohoo! Let's go.
I'm about to get my ass a drink while in the casino while signing the fuck up for war. Just cause
you could have signed up for war.
18. Bitch, I'm getting me a drink in the casino.
Okay. And
she came to DC for my birthday.
Yep, and we
had a great time, okay?
We turned that way. All the way up there.
I looked the fuck up. I was like, where we turned? Bitch, we turned up. We turned late hoes. That's what we did.
We turned up. That's what we did. Learned a whole bunch of new slang that I can't use properly. I don't know why. It just doesn't roll off the tongue like I want it to.
It felt good to have my friends in my city so they could see another part of me. It was fun. They enjoyed themselves and I enjoyed having them.
Yes, ma'am. We have genuine tea in our mugs today, you guys. We really have tea.
It's cold as shit outside. I want y'all to know. Okay,
right.
I looked at the weather app and I said, oh, rain.
Not 36 degrees this morning when I got up. I'm like, kind of shit.
Anything under 40, anything under 50, I don't fuck with.
For real. So,
what's been happening? What's been happening tragically? Keyshia Cole.
We're going to jump right into it?
Yeah, it's not.
I think this whole video might end up being dedicated to Keyshia because there's so much to say. We can date back to February 3rd when she tried to come for Michelle Williams after the Super Bowl performance. Let me turn this a little bit. If you notice, we're in a new setting. We're in my room. I got the big romantic notebook poster because I'm a romantic person.
Listen here. Back to Michelle as...
Anyway, Michelle, she, performed on the Super Bowl with Beyonce and Kelly. They had a reuniting of Destiny's Child and everything, and it was like, alright, that's what's up, And
she was lagging.
She was, because we all know, that's Michelle's MO. That's her shit.
She buffers.
She buffers like shit.
During performance time, she is pending, bitch.
Like, everyone else is here, and she's like...
And that's okay.
And we know this.
You know what? I don't give a fuck about shit pending, because we know if we just wait and be patient, it's gonna happen.
Right. And the thing is like, Keyshia, now you want to talk shit about Michelle, but
impatient.
You sitting at home watching the Super Bowl. You're sitting at home watching the Super Bowl while Michelle is on stage performing at the Super Bowl. I don't see why you would talk shit.
Yeah.
Because there will never, ever, 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 ever be a time where someone asks that Keyshia Cole performed at the Super Bowl.
I mean, never. There's never going to be a time where one of them motherfuckers are going down their roster who should be Keyshia Cole. Then Keyshia Cole just had a
bitch, you can barely get booked for the BET Awards.
Okay. Was she there this year? I don't think she was there.
No.
There is no red carpet that I've never seen Keyshia Cole on the red carpet.
Well, let's get into that. I'm sure she's been on one.
But the cameras ain't give a fuck.
The paparazzi didn't give a fuck.
Cameras ain't give a flying fuck.
Not one single
Roxy gets more press than Keyshia Cole.
Carrie Hilson gets more press than Keyshia Cole. Let's get into that. Okay? And Keyshia, you can take the bitch out of the ratchet hoods of Oakland, but you cannot take the ratchet hoods of Oakland out the bitch.
She gonna always be back in
always
Oakland.
Gonna be up in her spirit. Just gonna be all up in here.
The parasite just clings to that ass. And just this is my Keyshia is verified on Twitter, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. But my thing is, why are you so steamed press? Like, I've never met somebody in my motherfucking life that is of that.
Like, she's
up there. She's up there. I'm gonna give that to her. She's Keyshia Cole.
Yeah, I mean, in the black community,
but
in the world of black music, she's relevant. In the world of black music, she's semi-relevant.
What she did now, we didn't tell them what she presently did. They got this third back up.
Right. So we get a couple of weeks that go by. No. A few days after the whole thing, after everyone read her to filth, like, she decides to talk shit again. She's like, oh, y'all mad? I'm sitting here doing this, and that, and y'all the ones getting mad because I'm talking about Michelle. But it's like, yeah, like, we're the Beehive. We can say what we want about Michelle. She is on the exec board of the Beehive. We can criticize her. I mean, I know that sounds wrong, but it's kind of like that whole thing with my mom. I can talk about my mother. She's my mother. Love her dearly. That's my mother. Because I'm close to my mother, I can vent about my mother. You, on the other hand, stranger bitch, you cannot say anything about my mother because she's mine.
And look, I'm not even a part of the Beehive. I'm an honorary member. But bitch, I had an issue with this madame self. Because then the bitch had the audacity. She had the motherfucking audacity to promote her music in the midst of her filth. In the midst of it. In the midst of coming for people, she wants to say, okay, and Enough of No Love is now available on iTunes. Bitch, Enough of No Love has been available on iTunes for 2 months. If niggas ain't buy it by now, they ain't buying that shit.
They're not. Like, no one gives a fuck.
I update my iPod every 2 weeks, bitch. If Enough of No Love ain't make the roster, bitch, it ain't going on.
That's just it. That's just it. So, I don't know if you guys heard, but in the mid-afternoon of yesterday, which was Sunday, Mother Beyonce, King B, Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter, she dropped her new single called Bow Down. Some of the lyrics consist of, when you was a little girl, you dreamt of being in my world. Don't forget that. She was like, don't be fooled. She was like, I took off 2 years to live my life. Don't think I'm just his little wife.
Don't be fooled.
Don't get it twisted. Bow down, bitches. Don't be fooled. She said, the capital B means I'm about that life. The capital B means I'm about that life.
Bitch, don't be fooled.
She said, your girl over there talking lip. I told my crew to smack that trick. And what they did, they smacked that trick.
Bitch, don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled.
Bitch, look. Bitch, don't get it twisted. What she say? Nasty Texas? What she say? It's something nasty Texas, nasty something. But that song is just downright nasty. Just snap. Laying baby hands.
She said, she was like, I remember my Cause you know that shit chopped and screwed, and she was like, I remember my baby hands with the dookie braid. Yeah.
Bitch, hold on, we remember that too. That was a hard time for Tina Knowles.
She didn't know what to do with that Creole ass hair, okay? She was like, let me lay down in the baby hands, go, and twist this shit out.
That's when Tina was putting them in all denim suits.
Right. She said, I remember when I was
She was like, what the fuck? I was in that music video. What the fuck?
She was like, shout out to Willie D. I was in that Willie D music video when I was like 14, looking crazy. She was like, shout out to Pimp C. We used to sneak and listen to UGK. I'm like, girl, you better tribute Houston, Texas, boo. You better do that. But, back to the bitch at hand. Let's pull up the receipts. Oh gosh.
So Miss Keyshia Cole had a problem with bow down bitches because she felt like, as she should have, she felt like she had a lace front wig on, and Beyonce came and just said, bitch, I need to mop the floor. And she said, can I borrow that? Like, Keyshia Cole felt like this bitch just came to her like she was in a fucking janitorial closet and just took everything on her fucking head, which she should have felt. She had every right to feel like that. But the Beyonce stands bitch was coming for her like,
they were relentless. my nigga, they was going hard. It was like, yo, the way they was going for Keyshia today, it was like Keyshia came up to Beyonce and hit her. That's how they were coming for her. Like, because the thing is, yesterday when the song dropped or whatever, like Brian B, he was like, bow down bitches. Beyonce is clearly giving me permission to talk shit. And, you know, it was a good balance of people. There were a lot of people that were just like, I hate it. Like, this is just, why is Beyonce doing this? She's such a class. Yeah, why she being so ratchet? She's such a classy woman. Why she being so ratchet? And then you had us, who we were just living for it because we've been through the struggle with Beyonce. We remember back in the day when Carrie Hilson was talking shit. We remember all those times when all these other basic bitches were talking shit, and we were like, B, come on now, you're being real nice.
Right, Beyonce would just walk on by. She would be like, fucking Dionne Warwick song and just give back straight to her motherfucking life.
She's like, oh, I'm you know, I don't have anything
very
to say.
passive aggressive.
Right, because let's not forget, we do remember ratchet as Beyonce. Back before she had lessons from Matthew Knowles.
I mean, she still had her sparks with algebra and all that shit.
No. I'm talking about in interviews when they were asking her about, because somebody was telling me about how they were asking her about, you know, what happened to the other members. She was just like, they're just not here anymore. We know that, like, she used to be shady as shit. If you look at old Destiny Child interviews back when LaToya, Latavia, Farrah, Ferrari, whatever the fuck that bitch name is.
Forever. Whatever, bitch, you.
Yeah.
Then they just pop pads on her face and some shit.
I don't know. Like, but if you go look at those old interviews, that is the ratchet, uncouth teenager Beyonce that was just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna say how.
I like it. I love this song. I listen to it about 3 times a day. I love this part of Beyonce.
Right. Because she's showing, the thing is, people gotta understand, she's from Houston, Texas. She is from that gutter Houston. Well, if she was raised in the house that she had on that documentary, she ain't from nobody's gutter. But, you know, Houston, Texas is like country as shit. They got the lean and the chopped and screwed and all that stuff, and she was in that culture. That's what she was raised in, and so it's like she was paying tribute to her hometown with the country. Like, she had her little, bitch, I'm here, I want you guys to know that I'm not taking your bullshit this year.
And I feel like it's rightfully deserved.
Right.
After years and decades, after 18 Grammys, 17 Grammys, bitch, I predicted another one.
I know.
After all of this, you can have your moment when you like,
I'm cocky. I mean, look at the people she hangs around. She hangs around with Kanye, Jay, Rihanna. They all have their tracks where they're cocky as shit. All of them do. And it's like, it's about time for that. She's the last one in the clique that's just like, oh, I'm just gonna be nice.
And you know what? Everyone took this as a diss to Carrie Hilson until Keyshia Cole took the umbrella from over her own fucking head, and everyone was like, oh bitch, you didn't open the door.
And it's like, B wasn't even like, I don't even think Keyshia Cole shows up on Beyonce's radar.
No,
I don't think she does. I mean, I can see why Beyonce would say something about Carrie. I really could, because it's like Carrie Hilson really literally came for her, but Keyshia Cole,
she's at least worked with her,
right? So she might have had a negative interaction with her. But Keyshia Cole, have y'all ever been in the same room before? Do y'all have a picture together? Have y'all ever talked on the phone, tweeted each other? Well, I know y'all ain't tweet each other. Y'all exchanged an email or something? No? Y'all haven't passed a note to each other, smoke signal, nothing?
No shade. I like Keyshia Cole's old stuff.
When she had the red hair.
When was the first time, when was the last time you had somebody who's your favorite artist and they even named Keyshia Cole? We'll wait. and she ain't been in the game that long. There it goes. And I'm
like Beyonce said, when you was a little girl, you dreamt of being in my world. That applies to so many people. That applies to so many of these bitches out here now, because when they were younger, Beyonce was, like she said, I was 14 in the Willie B video. She's a little girl running shit, and all these other bitches was hating.
And they will deal.
And they were inspired by her. My thing is, like, all these people that were inspired by her are now talking shit. And I'm like, there's no reason for you to talk shit.
My thing with Miss Carrie Hilson, Miss Carrie Baby, whatever she wants to be called, is that you don't come out the gate swinging unless you're going to have a valid reason as to why you're doing so. But when you just come out the gate bitter and you don't give any explanation, people have no choice but to take that as hating. That's like, you just don't do that, especially to someone like Beyonce.
Right, like, do that to Sierra.
You know, because then people could laugh and sit back.
Hell, you can even do it to Rihanna.
Yeah.
Old Rihanna.
Old Rihanna.
Rihanna now is like, bitch, I'm here. She's not playing any games.
I just don't.
She's not taking
And Carrie Hilson had that Twitter rant where she's like, she's tired of backlash and this, that, and the other. Carrie, if you would just formally apologize, A, or B, give an explanation as to what Beyonce did to you that has you so steamed, pressed to flat iron her fucking baby hairs. What the fuck did this bitch do to you that has you on her fucking radar? If you give A or B, I feel like everyone will calm down to you. It won't stop, but they'll calm the fuck down.
Right, and I'm just like, I wouldn't be so, like she said, I wouldn't be so mad at her if she gave us a valid reason as to why she even did the track. Yeah, the track is old as shit. The track has to be like 4 years old now. 3 or 4 years old now. Like, this is an old ass track, but it's like she continuously does little itty bitty things throughout the process, and it's like she just had a breakdown on Twitter the other day about how she's like, what happened in the past happened. She's like, God has dealt with me, yada yada yada, and it's like, yo, I hear you, and I somewhat feel you. I hear you and I feel you, but it's like, you do realize, had you said something like, if you had said something earlier about how you've moved past it and you're over it and all that stuff, niggas would have calmed down. Like, all you gotta do is set the record straight. If niggas realize that, if people in the industry realize that they wouldn't get so much flack if they just set the record straight, because that ambiguity is what messes us up. It's what messes us up. And yeah, you don't owe us anything, but at the same time, don't talk about my mother and not expect me to retaliate, and you're not giving me an explanation as to why you have something bad to say about my mother.
Before we might be going over time, but quickly, I just want to say that rape, it's never okay.
Never. I
don't give a fuck about who the person is, who the victim is, what the fuck the futures look like, the person's resume, credentials. I don't give a flying solitary fuck. It's never okay.
The rapist, I don't care if the rapist was Jay-Z. It's never okay.
It's never okay.
And it's like, to blame a victim. And this is to anyone who's ever been raped or experienced sexual assault. I don't give a fuck what the scenario was. I don't give a fuck what anyone tells you. It is not your fault. It was never your fault. They have the ability to say no. And when you said no, when you pushed them away or whatever, however you rejected them, or if you were intoxicated or under the influence of something that kept you from making a sound, conscious decision, it is not your fault.
And we're talking in regard to the case that happened in Ohio with the two young men who raped this young lady, proceeded to post pictures on Instagram. I think they only got a year in juvenile something, whatever. They cried innocent. They didn't know if they were raping, all that dumb shit. But the people in Ohio are ostracizing the girl and blaming her, calling her a whore, telling her that she fucked up these young men's future, and all of this.
These major news stations like CNN and ABC News and all that stuff, they're sitting here saying, oh, those young men had such bright futures, it's unfortunate that this happened to them, as if they didn't do that to that young lady.
And what about her future? Like, rape is not something that you just wake up in the morning and just wash off.
Right.
It sticks with you forever.
It's traumatic.
It's traumatic. And they didn't give a fuck about their future when they did what they did, and they didn't give a fuck about hers either. So we don't give a flying fuck about their futures.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Just because, like, I don't know who said it. I feel like Obama said it. Somebody said it. We need to stop. We don't need to teach our daughters how to avoid rape. We need to teach our young men, we need to teach our sons to not rape. That's what needs to be taught in the homes. Teach your child to not rape, not how to avoid it. We shouldn't be scared. As women, we shouldn't be scared to go out at night. We should be able to go out at night and not have to worry about getting pulled into an alley or a bush or whatever and getting raped. No. This needs to change. We are living in a rape culture. I saw somebody on Tumblr, they were like, I know we'll be able to upload it.
Okay.
Someone said rape culture is defined as when someone gets raped after a certain period of time, because of the culture that we're in, because of our society and our social construct, they're expected to just laugh it off eventually. They're expected to just get over it at some point in time. You have your mourning period, you get over it, and you're able to laugh about it eventually. Rape is not a laughing matter. There's nothing funny about rape. And it's like, when it's not funny. It's not funny.
It's not.
Keep that in mind, kids. Don't teach your daughters to avoid rape. Teach your sons to not rape.
And when we allow men like this to walk free, it teaches our young men and our young women that this is okay. You can rape someone and get off easy as long as you cry and claim that you didn't know what you were doing. It's not gonna work.
It's not okay.
No.
Sorry to end the video on such a serious note, but it needed to be said.
And on that note, this has been Shade
and Tea,
and everything in between.
We'll see you guys later.